My name is Joseph McDaniel, and I'm an Arizona bankruptcy attorney. And since 2005, along with all other bankruptcy attorneys, I now get to tell you that I'm a debt relief agency and that I help people file bankruptcies. I also help businesses file bankruptcy. And in fact, recently, I asked a perfectly nice guy, why do you want to file a Chapter 7 for this corporation? The nice guy wanted me to file a bankruptcy petition for his Flat Puppy Corporation, and I pointed out that such a filing would not discharge the debts of the corporation. He knew that. I told him that I'd have to charge him to file the Chapter 7 for the corporation, and to attend the first meeting of creditors, and to attend the probable Rule 2004 exam with him if the trustee wanted to know more about the Flat Puppy. He knew that. I pointed out that he'd have to list all the debt and all the assets and explain where the assets went if they're not here anymore, and if he sold them previously, he'd have to account for those sales. He knew that too. I pointed out that such a filing would not discharge his personal guarantees. He knew that. I pointed out that the corporation does not survive the process. The legislative history says that after the corporate estate has been fully administered, the corporation simply ceases to exist. The legislative history says that's to prevent trafficking in corporate shells, whatever that is. He didn't know that, but he wasn't surprised and he didn't care. I pointed out that the corporate Chapter 7 filing would not give him, as president, the corporation's benefit of the automatic stay. He knew that. I pointed out that he'd have to give the Chapter 7 trustee the unsold pile of worthless widgets in his garage. He knew that and said his wife would kiss him the day she could park again in that garage. So why, I asked, do you want to file this corporate Chapter 7 bankruptcy? To make my phone stop ringing, he said. Well, okay then, I said. I told him that it wouldn't make the phone stop ringing entirely because he might have personally guaranteed some debt. Yep, he said, but 3 calls a month beats 300 calls a month. And I had to agree. Thank you very much.